Hi, welcome to the Øvre Kirke in Raelingen, Norway, some 15 kilometers north of Oslo. My name is Nicolas Alexiades. I serve as a voicer and tonal designer for the Schumacher organ building company in Øvre, Belgium. I am in the excellent company of Åse Toril and Alf, and together we would like to offer you a guided tour of this, our most recently completed pipe organ, which has 37 ranks, 31 speaking stops, mechanical action, and electric stop action. So this tour should begin where tonal design in organ building always begins and ends, and that's with the diapason courses. Here, the Øvre Kirke in Raelingen, a moderately sized building, we knew that congregational singing was paramount for the Lutheran community. So we designed an independent diapason chorus for each of the manuals and the pedal division. So Åse Toril, if you agree, I would invite you to play first on the 8-foot diapason of the grade, then with the 4-foot octave, and then with both together. Thank you. The diapason chorus on the grade extends up to a 2 2/3 quint, a 2-foot super octave, and is crowned by a 4-rank mixture. It would be nice to listen to the chorus 8, 4, and 2, then adding the quint, and finally adding the mixture. On the swell, we also have a diapason chorus that starts with an 8-foot diapason of smaller scale. We named it Geigen diapason, a Geigen octave 4-foot, and a non-breaking mixture 3 to 5 ranks. The pedal division also has its own independent 8-foot diapason that is capable of providing a very effective bass solo line with mild accompaniment. Now we move to the family of the flutes in the organ, and Alf is going to lead us through. Alf, let us begin with the Waldflöte in the swell, which translates forest flute, and it is one of the 2 wooden vintage ranks contained in this organ. Also in the swell we have the 4-foot traverse flute and a 2-foot piccolo. And the whole family 8, 4, and 2 sound like this. Still belonging to the flute family. In the swell we have a Nazard 2 2/3 and a tierce 1 3/5, which quite exceptionally in this organ are tapered harmonic flutes up to the top of the keyboard. So Alf, could you please showcase them holding a note, for example, middle C, and add them successively, and at the end, play a short melody. That registration is known as the cornet décomposé. Now we move to the great division, where we have 3 stops of the flute family, a 16-foot Borden, whose first 24 notes are shared with the pedal and are also a vintage wooden rank that we took from our storage. Those first 2 octaves stand on a pneumatic offset chest with transmission relay or duplex action of our own design, extremely quick in response. Then we have still on the grate a very rare Zauberflöte, which translates magic flute, 8-foot pitch, and which is actually a harmonic stopped flute, made partly of wood with reversed upper lips and partly of metal. We also have a 4-foot roar flute, also known as chimney flute. There, Alf went one step further in our presentation and added the 4-foot roar flute to the 8-foot solicional, which serves actually as the string stop of the great division. So Alf, could you please now play a little bit on the solicional 8-foot alone? Still on the string family, in the swell we have the Viola da Gamba, 8-foot, and its companion, the Voix Celeste, 8-foot. As you can hear, the undulating voice voix céleste goes down to low C. Another unusual but quite beguiling combination in this organ is the voix céleste without the viola, but combined with the Flute 8-foot to undulate against. Besides the Borden 16-foot, which has its own 8-foot extension, the pedal division is based on an open 16-foot rank called contrebasse, double bass 16-foot, of excellent carrying capacity and very precise in pitch. Now we come to the family of the reeds, present in all three divisions in this organ. We begin with an 8-foot oboe in the swell, which is of the so-called Drehdeckel type in German, also sometimes known as pepper pot style. It's rather demure in character, and it has a distinct E vowel in the sound. Still in the swell, we have an 8-foot tromba and its companion, a 4-foot clarion. And perhaps the most special reed in the organ, certainly the rarest and the most difficult to build and voice, is the 16-foot Valhon, of full length and freely modeled after an E.M. Skinner flugelhorn. This stop is also made available in the pedal division. The first 32-foot notes stand again on a pneumatic duplex chest and relay of our own design. There it provides a valuable, smooth reed tone to the bass line. The great division has its own trumpet, clearer and more sparkling than the 8-foot tromba of the swell. And the pedal division has a trombone 16-foot with its own 8-foot extension that serves as an 8-foot trumpet. The full reed chorus of the organ, without any foundations, sounds like this. Approaching the conclusion of this guided tour, we would like to propose you some well-known registrations, starting with the grand plenum of both manuals coupled, supported by the pedal 16-foot reed. Equally telling is the combination of all 8-foot flue stops combined in the organ, supported by the 16-foot foundations of the pedal. The so-called demi-grand chœur. It's a combination that reveals especially well the effect of the swell box. It consists of the full swell, foundations and reeds, and the foundations of grate and pedal all coupled and starting with a closed box that opens gradually.